Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, Papa Smoke back again for another video. Okay, so today's video is another one of my weekly Lua videos. Now we're on Petro Lua, because we're in the month of October. This is the month where Halloween is. I thought I would bring you one of possibly the most scary, violent, prolific Lua that's ever been heard of, especially over this side of the world. Marinette Pied Cheche. Now, the information I'm going to give you in this video won't exactly be enough to work with her, and I must prompt you, please do not try. She's for advanced practitioners only. If you get shit wrong, she will kill you. She's an intranquil spirit. An intranquil spirit is a spirit that died in an incredibly bad way, yeah? This can be reflected in her name if you understand the symbology. So Marinette Pied Cheche translates to Marinette of the dried feet, yeah? It's said that she was burnt for witchcraft beliefs and things like this. So hence Pied Cheche of the dry feet. It's of course when you're burnt at the stake, what happens? Where does the fire get you first? There's an incorrect version of her worked with in New Orleans voodoo. This is a sub-aspect that's incredibly dangerous and a lot more insane. Not really known to yield results other than extreme violence, and this is Marinette Pied Cheche. Don't get the two mixed up. Commonly online you will see VVs for Marinette Pied Cheche everywhere. Don't use it. A, it's wrong. B, the aspect of the spirit that comes down isn't one that's controllable or workable, other than maybe acts of ultra violence, but there may be acts against you as well, so just be aware. So, to shed some light, I've brought, with her permission, from her altar, her statue, yeah? So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at some of the symbology on the statue, yeah? And let's take a look at what it means. So, first of all, in Marinette's hands, yeah, you can see she's holding an owl and fire, yeah? So Marinette Pied Cheche is a lure of fire. She's an incredibly fiery personality. The owl represents the sacred animal for her. Her sacred animal is a screech owl. And you'll notice when I pointed to them that she has severed chains on her hands, yeah? This is because she was so dangerous, so hot-tempered, so quite frankly insane, that she was chained by the lure. She managed to break them, probably melted them, but was able to make an arrangement where she has her own special little area of the Petro Lua world, and she doesn't really do anything too volatile, too dangerous, too violent, unless obviously petitioned to and paid to. The statue itself was made by hand by an artist. I'm glad you can't see the Veve on there, but I'm just going to bring it into focus a little bit. That is the true Veve. The one you see online is basically for Marinette Pied Cheche, looks a lot different to that and is incredibly incorrect. Yeah? She likes red and black as colours, which are also the Haitian colours for war. Her day is usually a Monday. She can be praised and done action de grace with. Some of the offerings are quite grim, so I'm not going to mention them, but there are various sacrifices that you can make towards her. Some of the things that I can mention though is she likes petrol, so Americans would say gasoline. It's commonplace to put this in the rum, and sometimes if possessed by her, the person will drink that and be absolutely fine. But it's common practice to offer her petrol, put a bit in her rum. She's an intensely powerful spirit. A lot of people work with her for love work, but you've got to understand when you work with her for love work, it's not to stimulate positive feelings. It's more domination. It's to drag someone back by their hair or else. She's that kind of spirit. I always nickname her like a spiritual nuclear bomb. She's like a thermonuclear device in spiritual form. One of the most baneful lure I've ever served and I've ever worked with. And you may already know, but At the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019, there were a lot of death threats and a lot of threats made against me and my children. The ringleader of those threats, I petitioned Marinette to deal with. She, I mean, I wanted her just to give him basically a spiritual bitch slap to scare him, maybe put hands on him, leave marks on him, but not take it to the extent that she did. She burnt his house down with him in it and he passed away. So rest in peace, that person, but that's what happens when you back somebody into a corner, threatening their life and their children's lives. Yeah, you should never do this kind of thing, especially to a real practitioner, because if they reach for a deity like Marinette to work with, you are fucked, beyond fucked. So yeah, she has been helping me with other works as well. She doesn't just do baneful work, you see, as above so below, she does healing work as well. And in some cases, now you can never guarantee a cure when you deal with any sort of disease, but I have worked with her in a case before where she was able to burn tumours away. But that's not 100% guarantee that's always going to happen. It's incredibly dangerous channeling her power, especially the hot aspect of her power, and transmuting that into something positive. It's quite hard doing this with her guidance, as well as she has quite an erratic personality with her being intranquil. But it is quite possible for her not just to fuck people up, but to fuck other living organisms up, hence diseases and things like that. You can basically use her ability to destroy for a positive means if you know how to work with her, how to guide her, how to talk with her, and how to interact with her. But she's by no means a cuddly spirit. She's up there with Kali Ma, she's up there with Medusa. She's one of these that you do not play with. I remember when I was under guidance and tuition, and she was approaching me in my dreams and a lot, and approaching my teacher a lot. And my teacher was like, I think you're ready to start working with her. And I'm like, I don't. But Marinette disagreed. She thought I was ready. And how she worked her way into my life then was she got a client to order a crap load of work to do with her that could only be done with her. And we've been working together ever since. I do serve her, give her regular offerings, give her actions to grace, although I don't work with her too often because, quite frankly, a lot of you out there are sensible enough not to order that kind of work. But yeah, she's incredibly baneful, a spiritual thermonuclear device. Don't play with it. Anyway, any questions, feel free to ask, but this one I can't really shed too much light on. Much love and respect. I bobo luwa kwa gede. See you later. Bye-bye.